Hey, welcome back to the Original Brew Collective podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ben.
And I'm Robert.
And we are here on another episode where we are drinking a different beer from a different brewery. And today we are drinking a beer from Anchorage Brewing Company located in Anchorage, Alaska. So Robert, would you tell us a little bit more about the beer we're drinking today?
Yeah, so this beer is called Endless Ending, and it is a barley wine and imperial stout blend. And it was aged for 18 months in Woodford Reserve barrels. And so we're very excited. We do like Woodford Reserve.
Yeah.
Great whiskey. So we're really pumped on this one. This one was sent, obviously we are not in Alaska. We're not from Alaska. This was sent by a friend who got his hands on a case of them, and he wanted to send them our way. And actually, one of the previous reviews we did.
Yeah,
we
the
reviewed,
Omnipoloscope. Right?
Oh, well, he provided us.
Yeah.
He provided us with the beer, the Omnipoloscope number 5, which was a massive collab, the biggest collab we've had to date. What, like 10 to 13 breweries made that?
Were you talking about what you sent him?
Yeah, but I was going to say a couple episodes ago, we reviewed Fundamental Observation by Bottle Logic, and actually sent that his way. So hopefully he enjoys that one. We're very excited. He said that he's sure we're going to enjoy this.
Has he tried this one?
He has.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he said he thinks we're really going to like this one. So this one's coming in at 15.5 ABV, so alcohol by volume. Like I said, barley wine and imperial stout blend.
This
18
is
months. Woodford Reserve, double oaked barrels. We're pumped.
A new style for me. I don't think I've had a barley wine stout blend.
Yeah, I've never had a blend like this before.
I'm excited to try something a little different.
Yeah. So if you're not watching with us on YouTube right now and you're just listening on whatever podcast streaming platform, it's a pretty cool bottle. It's got the wax dip, kind of like a silvery white. And then actually the label is really cool. It's like 2 rams hitting their heads together, and you can see their skulls through. It's like a double image. So it's really cool. And it's
like they're wearing skulls or something.
It looks like, yeah, it's like human skulls with ram
cool
horns on it, and the moon in the background. Yeah, or behind them. It's really cool. So let's get this one open. And then while I'm opening this, then what is our fun fact?
Yes, so each episode we like to provide a fun fact about beer. And I found one that I thought was pretty dang interesting. So apparently beer predates or is like at the same time as human history. And so, like, it's before language or talking was even a thing. People were brewing beer. And the first beer that was discovered to be made was in Iran.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's but I thought that was kind of crazy that it either predates or, I mean, it can't predate human history, but it is like it was like before language was even a thing. People were making a beer.
Pretty far back, like as back, sounds like as far back as we can like really.
Yeah. Well, before
right?
like people were civilized humans.
Interesting. So I wonder what it was. I read an article
fermented. I don't know.
Yeah, I read an article once about like one of the oldest recipes they found came from China.
Okay.
And they said it was technically like considered a beer, but it was really like the consistency was more of like a porridge.
Okay. Oh.
And, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Well, what would that be? Would that be like oats then?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. Very likely, I suppose. But can you imagine drinking that during the summer?
No, I can't imagine drinking that ever. Just like a chunky beer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that very much.
Probably not.
We should get that recipe and review it.
Oh my gosh. See if we can find someone to brew it. Like a master.
I'm sure someone would.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Cool. So we have the beers poured out in our glasses. This is black.
Yeah.
This
it definitely,
really
I know
black.
it's a blend, but
yeah,
it definitely pours like a stout. This looks like a stout, and then even I'm drinking mine out of a snifter. Robert's drinking his out of a teku.
Yep. And
you have some pretty good head retention on yours. Mine dissipated a little bit, but it's still slightly there.
Yeah,
it's still slightly there, and it's definitely leaving
a nice
lacing on the glass.
Yep.
Yours is like a tan, like a kind of
it's a dark
milk
tan,
chocolate,
like a milk chocolate head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks really good. Let's see what we get on the nose.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So I definitely smell the whiskey.
Yeah, it almost it's. You can smell the whiskey, a little bit of booziness.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Yeah, it smells sweet.
It does smell sweet.
It smells similar to just a rich port wine.
Okay.
To me.
Yeah. I definitely smell a little bit of chocolate too, like slight hint of chocolate. But I can definitely the I guess bourbon is what is coming out to me. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting most on the nose.
Yeah. We're not super well versed, honestly, in barley wines, and this is a blend of barley wine and imperial stout. But yeah, let's. You want to try it?
Yeah,
let's try it.
I do.
This is extremely good.
It is. I can't. Go
It's
ahead.
very smooth, yet like when I took that sip and then I exhaled, like out my nose, there's a little bit of burn from like the booziness, the content.
It's 15.5.
Yeah, it's 15.5. So it's definitely up there. This is really good. It's very rich. It's rich like a port. So like I was getting on the nose, I was getting a kind of a port, similar to a port smell, aroma, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. This might sound weird. A little like almost like notes of like raisin.
Yeah, for sure.
Notes of raisin, chocolate. This is delicious.
I feel like it kind of tastes like a chocolate covered raisin.
Yeah, and I'm not a big raisin guy. Like when I get like
raisins.
the trail mix with like the M&Ms, the peanuts, and the raisins, I pick the raisins out. But this is really good.
Yeah,
this is very
This
good.
is really good, and it's crazy how it does kind of warm. It doesn't burn, but I can feel like the warmth of it.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Yeah.
So it's warming my chest.
Yeah.
It doesn't burn in the mouth at all.
The
It's,
mouth
like,
feels great.
super smooth.
too.
Yeah, creamy, heavy mouthfeel. This is an incredible beer.
It is very, very good.
Actually, I'm pretty sure when you look at Untappd, this might be like their second highest rated beer they've released. So I think it's a 4.63 at the moment. That could obviously change.
Anchorage Brewing, the one that they've released, or
This
in
is
general?
no. This is one of the highest rated beers they've ever released.
Wow.
Yeah, this is very good.
This is
It's
really
living up
good.
to the rating, in my opinion. This is a solid beer.
Yeah, this is really solid.
Honestly, like it wasn't really on our radar until our friend reached out and he's like, "Hey, I got a handful of these. Do you want one? Like I got one with your name on it."
Barley wine
Yeah.
and stout blend. It's so good.
It's so good. Like this is a beautiful blend.
Yeah.
Tastes good. It looks good.
It's
It smells good.
Such a great flavor. I love the flavor.
I think it's only gonna get better as it opens up too. This is gonna be really good.
Yeah, I don't want to drink this too fast.
I think the chocolate might pop a little bit more once we let it open up a little bit. This is really good. Like this is fresh out of the fridge right now. And so if we let it open up a bit, I think it's just gonna get nothing but better.
Yeah, for sure.
This is really good. So today for our brewery talk, what are we talking about, Ben?
So it's October, and I thought we could.
It is October.
It is
Mid-October, 2 weeks away from Halloween, approximately.
Yeah. So I thought we could share if we have any, just like a spooky story that we have, personal spooky story that we have.
Okay.
And just it's spooky season, dude.
Yeah, spooky. Okay, that's a new thing, right? Spooky season.
I don't know.
I've been seeing people post out on Instagram this little stickers on Instagram or whatever you use. You know, the things you can attach.
Like on a story.
Yeah, on your stories and stuff. A lot of people spooky season. And I've never heard that until
I don't know. Just
this
it's an alliteration. Spooky season.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm saying I've never heard people refer to.
I don't think maybe I
season.
haven't either.
Yeah,
but it wasn't shocking to me.
Yeah, I knew what it was.
Yeah,
I just never heard people say that.
Yeah,
yeah. Actually, so you when you said what we're going to be talking about, that brought one story to mind. I'm a very big skeptic.
Yes,
when it comes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Ben knows.
I was actually thinking of that today.
Ben knows that about me. But I was in Palm Desert on vacation, and we just checked in. We'd stayed at 2 different hotels while we were there, and we just checked into the new hotel. And I think my wife was in like the living room area of the hotel we were staying at.
Was this fairly recent?
Yeah. It was
okay.
What, a few months ago, maybe.
Yeah,
not that long ago.
Because I knew you went there, so
yeah. It was my first time in Palm Desert. It's awesome. I love it. But I was in the bathroom, like in front of the mirror. I don't know if I was probably taking care of my beard or something like that, putting beard balm in it or something. I don't know. But it was in front of the mirror, and the door, like the door was behind me, but it was to my left, but like it was open, so it was like kind of open behind me. The door was behind me itself, the door, and like it was just sitting there, and all of a sudden it kind of just, I heard it like it creaks when you open it, and it just kind of went like made the creaking like, and like for a second, and I was like, what? And I literally thought like my wife had just come in and tried to. I wasn't paying attention, like, so you know what? I must have been washing my hands because I wasn't looking in the mirror, so I didn't see the door move itself. So I must have been like washing my hands or something like that before we were about to like eat. And I heard the door as if I automatically was like, oh, my wife just came in, and she like kind of squeezed between me and the door and bumped the door. No, so she wouldn't bump me. And I like look up in the mirror, and no one was there. And I was like, what the heck? And so I called out to her, and she was in the other room. I was like, that was really weird. And then about 30 minutes later, I ended up taking a shower, and the lights just turned off. And I was like, oh, they must be like motion censored. Because there was like what looked like a motion sensor. And so I reach out.
What kind of place were you staying?
I'm waving, and it's not turning back on.
Were you staying at an Airbnb?
No.
Was it just a hotel?
Just a hotel.
A normal hotel?
Normal hotel.
Oh, interesting.
And the light just randomly turned off in the shower. And I was like, that's freaking weird. And I'm like waving, and it won't turn back on. And so I thought that was really weird.
That is weird.
But I'm a big skeptic. I think it could have been like the AC or something made the door move. Maybe I accidentally somehow... I mean, the door was like... There was like between me and the door, there was maybe 1.5 feet space. Maybe I somehow bumped it or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe...
And then the lights were censored. I will say that. They were. I found out... I tested it later.
You were just standing super still in the shower?
Must have been standing still enough in the shower or something. And then when I was waving, I reached my arm out and it wouldn't turn back on. But later on, I tested it. And outside of the shower, and I like made a lot of motion, and it did turn back on. So I kind of feel like I explained it all away. Yeah. Like I said, I'm a big skeptic. I don't really buy into that stuff.
Yeah, you can really I
was able to explain it all away.
Yeah, you can do that a lot.
Yeah,
with stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, that's mine. At first, I was like, I don't believe in this stuff, but this is kind of creeping me out.
I'm a little freaked out right now.
It wasn't, and then
that would be. Yeah.
We were driving around, and then there was like a noise in the back of our car in the back seat, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't believe in it, but if there was something in our room, like a ghost, let's say, and I was like, did it just follow us and get in our car with us? But then I'm pretty sure like I looked back, and because I heard it a couple times, and I looked back, and my water bottle was rolling around back there, and like bumping, like what are them? Like,
gosh, that's so annoying.
Yeah.
When water bottles do that.
Damn water bottles.
They're so loud.
Yeah. So that would be my spooky story. I don't know. Oh.
I was chilling.
I have one other, actually. I'll say it really fast.
Yeah, no.
There was one time
Robert,
years ago.
Take your time.
Okay. Years ago, and like I said, I'm a big skeptic. Years ago, when I was still living, I was like 19, living with my parents, and I couldn't sleep one night, and so I decided I was just going to go sleep on the couch in the living room. And so I'm lying there, and I just vividly remember, like, I saw like what looked like a person, but it was like a silhouette of a person, so it was just all black, like speed walk down the hall, like in front of me though, like across from my right to left. And I remember like sitting up, seeing it, lying back down super fast, and just pulling the sheet over my face. And like I tried to scream, and nothing came out. And then I lied back down.
That's terrifying.
And I waited just like a minute, and then I came back out, and there was nothing there.
So what were you like?
But I looked into that.
I know.
And it can be, that's actually a thing where it definitely could have been a dream. And there's like something like where you're in a certain state of sleep.
Sleep paralysis.
It's sleep paralysis. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And so it's like you're actually dreaming, but your body can move, but like your functions don't work properly. Like, and
has that happened to you since then?
No, but your body does that so that you like, essentially, so you don't like sleepwalk and move around when you're dreaming. In your dreams, you're like running around somewhere, like so you don't get up and do that kind of stuff. And so it was like a limbo period that you can actually have. Like I read a scientific article about it. And so that's why I explained that away.
So it's a limbo that you're in where you can see the spirit world.
Okay, that's not what I read. That is not what I read. So that's one interpretation that I guess you could take. That's not what I'm saying.
When you're in between, when you get to that point when you're in between the dream state and the awake state, when you're in that limbo, that is when you enter the spirit world.
Who's to say? I don't know.
But it looked like a hooded figure that ran.
No, not hooded.
Oh, I thought you said hooded. Oh, it's just a silhouette.
A silhouette of like a man or something, an individual.
Just a person.
A person.
Yeah.
But it was all black.
That would be pretty creepy.
It was freaky, but I'm just explaining it away as it was a dream. Mm-hmm. And it was in that limbo period where your body can function and stuff, like where it shouldn't be able to. Or wait. I wasn't able to scream.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I was in that like paralysis limbo period. Yeah.
That would be, even that though, when you...
And they say when you actually are in that period, it's common for you to see like silhouettes of like...
I've heard that.
Being the humans.
It would be a little troubling though if you wanted to scream, because that's a thing that you could just normally just do.
I fully opened my mouth to scream and nothing. That's
pretty terrifying.
It was freaky. I was freaked out. Yeah, for sure. But not anymore because it was sleep paralysis.
When did you find that out though? When were you not scared of that?
So I read away before reading that article. So I read that article maybe a year ago, and this happened, like I said, when I was 19, so a long time ago.
A long time.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not that old.
I know. That's what, I don't think it's that long ago.
But I just explained it away, like, you know what? I probably didn't actually see. I didn't see anything. It was a dream.
But you had been thinking about that for years.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
Immediately, like the next day, I was like, okay, well, that whole thing was a dream.
Oh.
Like, I didn't actually sit up. I didn't obviously see anything. I didn't actually try to scream. That whole thing was a dream. I just happened to be asleep and have, like, the blanket over my face and, like, then took it down or something like that. And so that was the only part when I woke up from it, grabbed the blanket, and then was looking around. So I think I'm explaining it away as it was all a dream. Right? Yeah. And I didn't actually sit up, even though it felt so real. Yeah.
Yeah, those dreams that you have when they're so real are so crazy.
Yeah.
They seem so real.
I go through phases where I have like a ton of very, very vivid dreams. Like I'm doing that right now, like the last month. And then like I'll go months and months and months without having like any dreams or not being able to remember my dreams at least. Yeah. Yeah. But how about you?
Okay. I'll share one story. So I used to work for a company that when the foreclosures of homes were happening quite a bit across the United States, I worked for a company that would go to the foreclosed homes because people were just leaving all of their stuff. Yeah. And so we would go and we'd pretty much just clean it because they were just abandoning it. So we'd clean their house and like do yard maintenance and change locks and all that kind of stuff. So
you ever get any good stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. Like what was your best find?
I didn't keep a whole lot, but I know
like a briefcase full of money.
No, that'd be pretty cool.
There
was a pool table.
That's cool.
And a really nice pool table.
Hard to move. Those are heavy.
Yeah. But that was my father-in-law's company, so they kept it. The pool table. So
they have a pool table?
They used to. Okay. They don't anymore. But it was really cool. It was awesome. We found a piano too.
Nice.
And yeah, those are the kind of
stuff you can just sell too.
Yeah,
make a good decent amount of money
for sure. But so you go to some weird houses though, because I went to a lot of weird houses with a lot of drugs being left behind and all that. But I specifically remember this one house because it was a spooky story. And we get to this house, and it was in a kind of a country-ish type of city. Okay. And we go into the house, and it was summer, and it was midday, really, really hot outside. I'm just painting the picture. Mm-hmm. So we go inside, and what we were supposed to do in the house, we were supposed to do it was just a maid service, so we were just supposed to like clean everything, like wipe it down and vacuum and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so we get in the house, and someone had been in there and had tagged on the walls, but it was like satanic taggings and markings.
Like 666?
Yeah, like the pentagram stuff and all that. And so that was in one of the rooms.
Classic Satanists. Oh, God.
Just always going and tagging foreclosed homes. But, so I was actually with someone else. So it wasn't just me. I have, this story is there's another person that experienced this as well. And so we go into the house and we go into the room because you had to take before and after pictures. Yeah. So I was taking before pictures, and we go into the room with the tagging, and I'm not lying at all. We go in there, and it was freezing cold in the room, and we were there during the summer.
And it was just that one room.
It was that one room. Mm-hmm. So we were there in the summer, and in California, it gets over 100 degrees, and it was one of those days where it was super hot, and the AC, there's no power on at the house. All the power was off. It was completely abandoned, and in that room, it was freezing cold. And so when we went in there, we both kind of, because when like you hear about when that happens, that there's a spirit or something allegedly, like that's what's happening. And so we were both kind of like, okay, we got freaked out, but especially with like those marking, like taggings and all that. And then that was happening. And then all of a sudden when we were like, all right, we should get out of here. The door that we came into just slammed shut.
No.
It slammed shut, and it was summer. There was no wind outside at all. The door just slammed shut, and we were like, "Holy crap, we need to get out of here!" And so we start like walking or like walking to the door. It was like,
how have I never heard that?
I don't know,
dude.
It was actually the door that we were that we came through. We were going to leave because we had to lock it. We had to lock the door, and while we're walking,
so this is the door you walk into this cold room, and so you're in the house. And I'm just trying to clarify for myself. So you walk into this house, and the house, just temperature wise, you'd say it was normal.
It was
what you'd
hot
expect.
inside the house.
Oh.
There's no AC.
Okay.
There's power
in the summer.
It's in the summer.
And then you walk into one specific room and it's freezing
yes.
or very cold. And that the door to that room shuts.
No, the door that we walked into the house slammed shut.
Oh, okay.
That door
That's
slammed
still
shut.
freaky.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was, and because there was no wind. It was a hot summer day, no wind at all. The door just, I mean, I guess there could have been a breeze, but I don't think so. It just slammed shut. And so we were both pretty scared. And so we started leaving the house. And while we were walking, because we had to lock the door, I was like, okay, we have to go out. That was the only door that we had opened. There was 2 exterior doors, like one to go to the backyard and one in the front. And we came through the one in the backyard because that's the one that had a lock on it to get in. So we had to go out that way, the one that had freaking slammed shut. And so like while we're walking towards it, we like hear the sound of chains rattling. Like it sounded like the only way I can explain it is it sounded like someone was holding chains. Like if you had like a big chain and we're just like shaking it up and down, like that noise that would make. Chains like clinking together.
Who are you with? Who is this other person? Do I know him?
I think you know him.
Okay,
Not
you don't
well.
have to say his name.
I don't think his name was Michael, but I don't think you would know him well.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And so the chains were clinking, and like that sound, and then at that point we ran out the door, and then I actually called.
Was there any issue getting the door open? Like, was it?
No, there wasn't. Okay. Not that I can remember, but I remember I called my father-in-law and like told him. I told him what I was like. We can't stay in there.
Yeah.
I was like, it feels like it just.
What did he say? How did he react?
He actually was. He was fine with it.
Okay.
It's like.
Do you think he believed you, or he's like, I respect your opinion and that you feel that way, and that I understand you're actually freaked out, and like so he was chill about it. But do you think that he like was like?
I don't. I'll have to ask him again.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
Dude, that freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah. That happened.
It was really freaky, dude.
People might think this is weird, so I don't necessarily believe in like ghosts and everything like that, but I do believe in like, you know, the whole like angel demon kind of thing. Like I believe in like that kind of stuff. So like those scary movies where it's like paranormal activity and stuff like that, those are the ones that actually freak me out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's because that is the kind of stuff I do believe in that. So I think if people do actually see what they would consider a ghost, so like your situation or something, I would be like, okay, maybe it was like some sort of like evil spirit demon kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I think. And I know people who actually are like, I believe the opposite. I don't believe in angels and demons, but I believe in ghosts.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and so
I believe in angels and demons.
Yeah. So hearing you tell that story makes me think, okay, like because I obviously believe everything you're saying, would make me think like if I were in your situation, I'd be like, this house is freaking possessed. There's like a demon.
Well, especially with the marking, the tagging.
Yeah,
someone
and
goes
that also,
in there.
Obviously.
Who knows what
they were
doing in there?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my spooky story.
Dude, that's freaky.
It was very.
That's
freaky.
scarier than mine, easily. Both of mine, dude.
Well, I can't, because the thing is, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Away. There's nothing about it that was like natural.
Did the person you're with? Did he say like? He heard the chains and everything as
well?
Like, yeah, it was all...
I actually really want to text him right now and be like... And
well, you don't know, yeah.
Not right this, but after this.
You should text him after
Be like, hey, do you remember that house that we went to? I guarantee he remembers, because we were both...
Freaked out.
We were freaked out.
Dude, that's freaky.
We left, because we had to... Usually I drove a truck and we were like parked outside of the house, and we like drove down the street. Like we didn't... To call... my boss, my father-in-law, because I didn't want to be. It was one of those times where like the hair just staying up on the back of your neck, and you just are so uneasy, and so we just left, and we were both kind of freaked out.
Yeah, that's really freaky. You know what's also freaky? How good this beer is.
Yeah, it is.
You knew I was going there, didn't you?
I did.
I know. I could tell. I could see it in your eyes, man.
It was a good transition.
Thank you. Yeah. So. Back to the beer. Once again, we're drinking Endless Ending, which is from Anchorage Brewing in Anchorage, Alaska. Incredible. It's a barley wine and imperial stout blend, aged 18 months in Woodford Reserve double oaked barrels, and it's coming in at 15.5 ABV.
Yeah, it is.
So this is tasting like an incredible, rich port. They very well masked the 15.5. You feel that it warms your chest. You feel it, but it doesn't burn on the palate.
No, it doesn't.
Tastes like... I'm now that it's opening up, It tastes, like I said, a rich port, but the raisins, some chocolate in there. Some of the barrel notes are popping a little bit more for me.
It has such a great sweetness to it.
Yeah, this is
not
very good.
Not overly sweet, but just a perfect amount. Almost.
This is an incredible beer. I wish we had another bottle. Connor? Our Alaskan friend.
Yeah.
This is extremely good. I hope he likes what we sent him, but this is so good. Like, I'm so glad we did the trade.
I love how different it is from a beer. Because like I said at the beginning, I've never had a barley wine imperial stout blend.
Yeah.
So I love how different it is, but also just right away, I'm just so on board with that blend.
Yeah, this is so good. Like, I'm going to be keeping my eye out for not only more like highly rated barley wines, but like if there's more blends like this, I would love to try them.
It's so interesting doing that blend. I love it.
And they did it from how we feel, they did it perfectly. This is incredible. Yeah, this is a really good beer. So we're going to keep on sipping this. It's warmed up quite a bit. So it's opened up, tasting amazing right now.
Yeah, for sure.
From start to where we're at now, this has just been such a good beer right off the bat. Let's close it out. So if you want to give us a follow, we'd really appreciate that. You could follow me and Ben at our personal beer accounts. So I'm Robert_OBC and Ben.
And I'm at Benjamin_OBC.
Yeah. And then obviously Original Brew Collective is our Instagram handle, as well as Facebook. And then Twitter is at Brew Original. If you want to give us a follow on Twitter, if you're still on that ancient platform. No shade on Twitter, but I'm not the biggest Twitter guy, but we do have one.
Yeah.
We'd really appreciate the follow. And then like, rate, and subscribe. So whatever podcast streaming platform on YouTube, we'd love the love. Really.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's close this one out. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. We really do appreciate it. If there's a beer out there that you think we should review, let us know. If you want to do a trade with us, let us know. We're always open to trades. Who are we cheersing to? We're going to close this one out. We always close it out now with a cheers.
Yes.
And we're going to cheers to someone and close it out. Now, who are we cheersing to?
So I thought I'd cheers to, although we've had spooky encounters, this one goes out to Casper the Friendly Ghost. Because you've always treated people so well. So cheers to you, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Cheers, Casper.